Hello and welcome to my channel, Crochet and Copy. My name is Judy. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to make this simple little leaf. And when we finish with the little leaf, I'm going to use it for another pattern that I'm going to have in another tutorial. So check out the description. I'm going to put all that information in the description. We're going to turn the little leaf to form and shape out a flower. So you want to see how that comes out? Check out the description. But in this tutorial, all we're going to do is a little leaf today. So for our measurement for our little leaf across, it's 2.5 inches. And for the center, it's like 1.5 inches. Okay. These are supplies we're going to be using to make our leaf. The yarn we're using is, I love this cotton. Super soft, super savings. Of course, it's 100% cotton. It's a medium 4 worsted weight yarn. And in this ball of yarn, you have 180 yards. Of course, to make one leaf, you don't need all of that. But this is the yarn we're going to be using. The color is curry. So that's for our yarn. The hook we're using is the B1. It's the 2.25 millimeter. We're going to be using a yarn needle, stitch markers, and a scissors. And that's it for our supplies. For us to get started, we have to get our yarn attached to our hook. And we do that by using what's called a slip knot stitch. I'll show you how I do my slip knot stitch. If you have a different method of doing the slip knot stitch, you go ahead and you use it. For the slip knot stitch, I take my yarn, the working yarn, I drape it over my 2 fingers, I let it fall to the back. I take my hook, put it between my 2 fingers, and I pull up a loop of yarn, and I have a little knot. Take that little knot and tighten it against my hook. And that's how I do my slip knot stitch. To create the leaf, we're going to be working in rounds. Now our next step is we need to do chain, and we need to do 11 chain. And a chain is, you're going to yarn over your hook, pull through, yarn over your hook, pull through, and of course keep them loose as you work. Yarn over your hook, pull through, yarn over your hook, pull through. So continue working with that till you get 11, and then we meet back up. So now I complete doing my 11 chain. Take out my hook, show you. And how you know you did your 11, you could count them. This is the back of our chain and this is the front. And when you count them, they shape like V's when you do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn our chain to the back. And we're going to be working into those little bars or those bumps in the back of our chain. So we need to put a single crochet in the second chain from our hook. The first chain is right here from our hook. The second chain is right here. So now the single crochet is you go into that chain, you pull up a loop. You have 2 loops of yarn on your hook, yarn over, and you pull across 2 of them at the same time. And that's our first single crochet made. And I went ahead and put in my first stitch marker to remind me this is the first stitch we did. Now for our next chain right here, what we're going to do is we're going to put 1/2 double crochet there. And to start off, you're going to yarn over your hook, go into that chain, you pull up a loop of yarn. You have 3 loops of yarn on your hook, yarn over your hook, and you're going to pull across all 3 of the loops that we have on our hook at the same time, and that will complete 1/2 double crochet. Now for the next 5 chain we have 1, 2, we're going to put 1 double crochet in each of them. A double crochet is similar to the 1/2 double crochet. You yarn over your hook first, you go into that chain, and you pull up a loop. You have your 3 loops on your hook, yarn over your hook, and then you pull across the first 2 loops that we have on our hook. So pull across the first 2 loops. There you go. You have 2 more loops remaining on your hook. And to complete the double crochet, yarn over your hook and pull straight across 2 of those loops at the same time. There you go. And that's how you do a double crochet. And remember, we have to do the double crochet for 5 times. So we did 1, so we need 4 more. I'll show you one more time. Yarn over your hook, go into that chain, pull up a loop, 3 loops of yarn in your hook, yarn over, pull across the first 2 loops on our hook. We have 2 more loops remaining to complete the double crochet. Yarn over your hook and pull straight across 2 of them at the same time. So now we did 2, so you need 3 more. Go ahead and do it by yourself, and then we meet back up. So this is how I look when I put 1 double crochet in those 5 chain. So the next chain, you're going to do a half double, and the next chain we're just going to do 1 single right there, a single crochet. And of course I show you how to do the double and the single crochet before, and the half double. So now what we need to do for the last chain we have here, we have to put 3 single crochet in that chain. So what you're going to do is, to help you so you don't lose the count of our chain, because we're going to work on the opposite side of the chain. So you're going to find the next chain over and you put your stitch marker there, and this will help us out as you move along. You see how it helps you out. So now what you need to do is you're going to put 3 single crochet in that chain. All right, so that's 1. I have 1 more to do. I like to move that tail out of my way, and that's 3. So now where our stitch marker is at, we're going to put 1 single crochet there. So I'm going to put my hook there, take out my stitch marker from there, and I'm going to go back and put it in the last single crochet I just made, the top of it right there in that stitch. So I know that's the last single crochet that we made, because we're working on the opposite side now of our chain. And you're going to put 1 single crochet there. And when you're working with it, you see now our chain looks different when we're working, because when we first started to work on it, we were working in the back and the little bars. So now the chain looks different when we're working, because we're working under those 2 loops. It looks like the single crochet. So the next chain over, you're going to put 1 half double crochet there. And for the next 5 chain, what you're going to do is put 1 double crochet in each of them. So go ahead and complete that, and then we meet back up. And this is how I look when I complete putting 1 double crochet in those 5 chain. And for that next chain, we're going to put 1 half double crochet. So go ahead and complete 1 half double crochet. And for our last chain right here, we're going to put 1 single crochet. Now to complete round 1, what we need to do, remember a stitch marker helps us to tell us our first single crochet we made for that round. So we're going to join it by slip stitching there. And the slip stitches, you could go right into that stitch. I take out my stitch marker, of course, and then you pull up a loop of yarn. And that loop of yarn that you have, and this is a slip stitch, remember, you pull straight across the other loop that we have on our hook. There you go, and that's how you do a slip stitch. And that's completion of round 1. Now to start round 2, we're going to chain 1, and in that same stitch that we joined, because remember that was our first stitch that we did for round 1, so we're going to put our first stitch right there. So it's a single crochet we're going to put right there in the same spot that we just joined. And of course, I'm going to put back in my stitch marker so it helped me remind me that's our first stitch made for round 2. Now for the 9 next stitch, you're going to put 1 single crochet. So go ahead and complete that, and then we meet back up. So for 9 stitch, 1 single crochet. So we went ahead and put 10 of our stitches. We put 1 single crochet, because remember we started with the first one that we put our stitch marker in. Remember when we did that 3 single crochet and we put our stitch marker in the last one? So now we made it to where we have this 1 single crochet right here. So that's the center of our little leaf. We're going to put 3 single crochet there. And when you finish doing the last one, you take out the stitch marker from here and put it into that last single crochet. So go ahead and put 3 single crochet right there. So I went ahead and put 3 single crochet in that stitch, and I moved my stitch marker to my last single crochet made. Now what we need to do is for 9 stitch, you're going to put 1 single crochet in each of them. So go ahead and do that, and then we meet back up. So we went ahead and put 1 single crochet in 9 of our stitch. So our last stitch will be right here. But when you look at it, it looks like we have 2 more stitches to do. But actually, remember when we did the slip stitch joint, that's what we're looking at here. And remember, we chained a 1 before we started round 2. So that's the chain 1 right here. So actually our last stitch is right there. So in that last stitch, you're going to put 2 single crochet. So now to complete round 2, we're going to do the same thing we did for round 1. We're going to slip stitch join to the first stitch. You know how to do the slip stitch join because I showed you how to do it. So just go ahead and complete that. That's it. So now just go ahead and pull up a tail, and we're going to grab our scissors and cut that off, and then I'll show you how I weave in or tuck in my ends. I went ahead and took out my stitch markers. I cut off my yarn and I attached my yarn needle. So now that stitch that we just joined to, where stitch marker was in, our first stitch for round 2, I'm going to go into the center of it and pull my tail right through it. So I went ahead and turned my leaf to the back. So now I'm going to find stitches as best as I can to go underneath with my yarn needle and pick them up. I don't want to really come out to the front, and just hide my tail as best as I can. We're just making it look nice. I'm just going to grab my scissors and cut that off, and that will be it. So you go ahead and do it for the other tail that we started with. Just find a couple of stitches underneath and weave it in and cut it off, and that's it for our little leaf. So this is the back of my leaf when I finish complete tucking in my ends and hiding my little tail in the back. And this is the front of my leaf. Thank you for watching. I had fun showing you how to make my little leaves. So come back next time and we have some more fun. Bye bye.